Well, hey everybody, Tim Schmidt here with Dry Dock Consulting, and here we are in the middle of our 90-day challenge. I think we're on number 7, which is the 101 Lifetime Goals Principle. Well, I'm here at my lake home, and I'm just about to overseed with grass seed, and I've just got this absolutely stunning day. Let me just take a look here on the dock, and then look at the sun is setting. And we got this nice, quiet evening. I was wondering if you could hear even some of the loons calling. Boats aren't in yet. Got to get that done. But I'm trying to connect this idea of I'm about to plant probably hundreds of thousands of little bits of grass seed and connect it to having optimism and hope toward your 101 lifetime goals. And so I'm going to start up the spreader here and start spreading some grass. I'll capture some of that, and then I'll give you some examples of how this can actually work quite beautifully as we're in the month of April, thinking about how in the world are we going to set 101 lifetime goals, because once those goals are set, the likelihood of it happening are pretty good, just like a beautiful green lawn this summer. That is good for starters. Here we go. Yes. What a night. We're gonna have a good looking yard. You know, another name for this idea, train. Must be going through an intersection. Another name for the 101 lifetime goals is a bucket list. Pretty simple. And this interesting story, Chris Noonan and I have been in a study group for over 15 years, and he challenged our group. The next time we meet, bring your list of 101 things you want to do before you kick the bucket or during your lifetime, and you need to share it with the whole group. Well, the beautiful thing about this list is he encouraged us not to just put what we want to accomplish in life, but next to that item, you had to state who. You had to state who could help you. Now think about it. If I have a list of 101 things, that's all great. But the minute I put a who down next to it, it suddenly becomes really real. For example, I want to go to the Indianapolis 500 one time in my lifetime, right? When I think about who, I have a friend that lives in Indiana. I could probably stay with him. He could probably get me tickets, and he could probably drop me off at the door. But the story continues about Chris, who asked our study group to bring a list of 101 things we wanted to accomplish. I put Summit Mount Rainier, and when he shared his list, he also had Summit Mount Rainier. And in 2010, Chris and I hired guides. In fact, one of our guides was in the Guinness Book of World Records. His name was Lapka, and he has the speed record from High Camp to the summit of Mount Everest. Now there's a guy you want to get you to the summit of Mount Rainier in Washington State. He also made a pretty mean burrito. Okay, so here's a photograph in my office of my son and I because I wanted to blend as many F's as I could. If you think about it, the 7 F's principle, which was a couple principles ago, talked about accountability, blending, and calendaring. And I tell you, the preparation to summit 14,400 feet with my son, with a friend like Chris, and a few other climbers was pretty incredible. The ABCs were there, and so were 6 of the 7 F's. Pretty incredible trip. Take a look at this photograph, and then we'll jump in on your call to action. What a beautiful night, huh? Wow. Okay, so here's your call to action. And this one is interesting because it's not something that you can sit down one time and just knock it out. This one is something that takes a little while. You got to keep this bucket list, this list of 101 lifetime goals with you often, because you're going to hear something on the radio, you're going to hear something in your journaling or a book that you're reading and say, now that's a cool idea. I heard on the radio years ago about a couple that rented bikes and in southern France, and they went from B&B to B&B, a bed and breakfast here and here and here across southern France. And I thought, that is awesome. And for our 25th wedding anniversary, we did that. And so it's quite extraordinary when you see these things start to happen. So here's the call to action. Here's how you do it. Just take out a piece of paper or open a spreadsheet and go across the top: faith, family, finances, fitness, friends, fun, future. Now, if you need to pause this and go back, do that, get them all in order. And then you've got your categories of what you want to establish as lifetime goals around each of the 7 F's. You can also take a look at how you scored your 7 F's and go ahead and say, this is one I really want to work on. I'm going to journal about this one and see if I can't come up with 10, 11, 12 items under just this one F. Now, don't forget, you got to have a category next to the what as the who, because that is what is going to make the difference for you. Are you going to do this? All right, let's do it. It's in you. Let's do this.